I just got them all finished up. That's right. Brand new free setups for the big block modifieds and 358 modifieds. So, I'm going to walk you through a couple of them, tell you what they're all about right after this. What's up, everybody? Thomas Brandon here. Thank you very much for joining me as always. And really quick, I know we don't have a ton of mothers in the sim racing world, but for all of you moms out there, happy Mother's Day, at least at the time of recording this. So, anyways, like I said, I just got the new free setups built for the big block modifieds and the 358 modifieds. Now, typically, I don't do free setups for cars that run fixed in the official series. But I had such a huge number of people asking for 358 free setups. And then also, because the big block setups and the 358 setups were so close, they're so similar. I was able to basically take, build the big block ones, take those, and then just make a couple little tweaks, fuel, gear, a little ride height adjustment, shock adjustment, just little tweaks here and there to get those to the 358. So both of them are completely done. All the dirt tracks except Chili Bowl, I don't build. The only cars that I build setups for Chili Bowl are for midgets. That's it. I don't build anything else for Chili Bowl. So I'm sorry about that. But all the other dirt tracks, built. Now initially, what I had done is I just kind of built some baselines. I did some videos a while back. It's been 5-6 months now. Whenever the big blocks came out, and just kind of walked you through kind of how to adjust them and stuff like that. But I always try to get free setups built for everybody because not everybody wants to pay for setups, which is understandable. You know what I mean? And so I got them built, and a couple of things. Number one, I've had a lot of people who've asked me in the past before. They'll say, "What's the difference between the free setups and the insider setups?" The free setups are much more balanced, and so what I mean by that is these are baseline setups. Okay, yes, you can go fast with them. Yes, you can even win with them. I've had a ton of people win races with the other free setups that we've put out, but I don't spend the time on them dialing them in for the tracks like I do the insider stuff. And the reason for that is one is free and one is paid. But also, because these are free setups, I expect a whole lot more people to have them, which means a much wider, array of driving type. You guys always hear me talk about driving style and how big of a deal that is, and it really is. And with the big block modified, there's a couple of different ways that you can drive these things. You can really drive them in deep and then get out of the throttle, get it set and rotated, and then start to accelerate. Or you can do kind of like what I do, which is, let off really early, but then accelerate through the corner and, use the throttle to kind of turn the car. Those are two very different styles and very different setups, okay? And so when I build the insider sets, I'm building them with that in mind, and I'm getting it as close as I can for both styles, and then basically going through and putting in what I think are the best adjustments so people can really fine tune those cars to get the most out of them for themselves. Or with the base setups, I'm basically just kind of splitting the middle and saying, here you go, have at it, right? So that's kind of the difference with them. And then the biggest one, obviously, these are free. So, but these are updated. Like I said, they're current to what we've got right now. So I don't expect iRacing to be coming out with a physics update or new tire or anything like that for the modifieds for quite some time. So they should be good for a while, which is good news. Now, we're at Kokomo right now. I figured I would use Kokomo as kind of an example just because next week, here in just a day and a half, 2 days, we're going to be at Kokomo in the official series. And so I figured I would use that. Now, one thing to note, the fuel is also not optimized, meaning that when I build the insider setups, we're putting in the fuel that we need, maybe an extra gallon, where these free setups, I just use what iRacing recommends. Okay, so whatever iRacing has in their setup, that's the fuel that I use, because you might take these and run them in the official races. You also might take them and run them in a league or something like that, and you need them. You might be running a 100-lap race. You never know, right? And so I try to set it up to where people don't have to really worry about that. And so that's why we've got so much more fuel in these cars. Another thing is that the fuel actually doesn't seem to really hurt these things like it does a winged sprint car, for example. where if you've got just a couple extra gallons in a wing sprint car, like that could be a big detriment to not only speed, but how the car feels and handles. Where these, if you got 24 gallons in it, you can feel it a little bit compared to, 5 or 10, but it's not as glaring as, the other cars. So anyways, taking a look at here, and like I said, a lot of them are, relatively close in terms of, the concepts that I use behind them. Almost all of them are reverse split, which is what I do a lot of times with the big blocks, where we've got the softer springs on the right and stiffer on the left. You know, Kokomo is one of the few tracks where we've got, a little bit more stagger, just because of the two distinct corners, but also when the track gets really slick, going to the bottom, you really got to get this thing to rotate. And then tire pressures, they're basically all the same. 10 in the right front with 8 everywhere else. I find that to be the best in the big blocks. Now, another thing that you'll find consistent is that the brake pressure bias is going to be 35% in like every setup, along with the right front brake being connected. So you'll have to adjust those based on what you're looking for, okay? But I find that is a pretty good middle ground, at least for, like I said, for me. So that's what we've got with that. Also, like I said, the fuel and then the gearing is also relatively close to the iRacing gear. I did make a few tweaks on certain tracks that I thought, the gear needed to be a little bit better. But overall, that's it. Where you're going to see the biggest changes are going to be obviously the chassis stuff, the ride heights, the springs, and the shocks. Okay, so that's what we got going on. And like I said, therefore, it's for all of the tracks. You can get them if you go to schoolofsimracing.net. You just scroll down the home page, and you'll see free setups. Click on that. You just fill out the little form, and it'll take you to the page where you can just click on the button for what you want to download. They come in zip files. So you download it, and then you have to unzip it, and you have to put it into the documents setups section in iRacing. Okay. So if you've never done it before, you just click on your file explorer, go to documents, iRacing, setups, and then just find the car. We got the dirt modified 358. Click on that, and then you'll just put it into here. And once you do that, then they should show up under your setups. Okay, so that's the way that you do it. All right, really, really simple. Now I'll show you really quick. We'll go turn a couple of laps. This is a 50% track. The setups were built for about a 50% track, since the iRacing official series start off with the track tacky and then it slicks off through that. I find that to be a pretty good middle ground. If your car works in the beginning, and then I build them so they try to get, they should get better towards the race, as the race progresses. So it seems to work pretty well. But you can see they're really balanced. They don't jerk around or anything like that. And then, like I said, I got them for all of, almost tipped over. I got them for all of the dirt tracks, so with the exception of Chili Bowl. All right. So that's pretty much going to do it. I just wanted to kind of show you this really quick and tell you, that they're available now at the website. Like I said, get them for free. They're completely free. So, and then we've also got up the Pro and Super late model setups, and then the 360 and 410 winged setups. And then also really quick, if you want 305 setups, because there are people who do run open setup races in the 305s, you can use the 360 setups. You just change the gear. That's all it is. It's the same exact setup, just a different gear change. So I've had people ask that before. But anyways, so you guys, that's gonna do it. All right, that's it. I just wanted to show you this and get this out there to you, so you can get these and hopefully start being more comfortable. Have some better finishes. Have some better races. You know what I mean? But that'll do it. Before I go, I will, like I said, get the UMPs done here in the next week or two, along with the, what was the other car that I need to do? I don't know, there was another car I needed to get done. I can't remember. Oh, the dirt midgets, excuse me, the dirt midgets also. So I'll be getting those done here over the next couple of weeks. All right, so just be on the lookout for that. I'll do a video and post it and share it, so you guys know when it's put out, because it'll be in the same exact place as these other ones. So anyways, that'll do it. As always, thank you very much for joining me. If you like this, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you use these setups and you have success with them. Let me know, please. I love hearing about that stuff. It's awesome. Nothing makes me happier than to see people, use this stuff, especially free stuff, right? And have success with it. I think it's just amazing. So, let me know down in the comments below if you do that. Also, if you want to join me, I do live stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I do it on Twitch right now, but the live stream will be moving to YouTube. So stay tuned for more information on that, because that is going to actually be happening really, really soon. It's actually a pretty insane story, because I was going to do it and then I decided not to, and now I'm going to do it. So it will be moving to YouTube here relatively soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then, if you want to join the School of Sim Racing Discord server or get on the SSR mailing list, head over to schoolofsimracing.net and just click on the button, join SSR community. Like I said, I've said it 100 times before, I don't think you'll find a better community online for sim racing. I just don't. Not to mention, we have a ton of stuff coming, especially asphalt. I got an asphalt video coming out here really, really soon on how to set up the late models. We're going to be starting off with those things. So yeah, stick around, stay tuned for that. But that'll do it. Thank you very much. Until next time, as always, good luck, good racing, take care.